Today we're going to install an aftermarket car stereo in a 1990 Honda Accord. This is one of my favorite cars. We're going to start with setting the parking brake, placing the key in the shift lock release switch, and shifting to a low gear for more room. We're going to remove the ashtray, set that to the side, and go to our Phillips screwdriver bit along with our 90-degree screwdriver. But with the first one, we're going to go down to the ashtray assembly. Way down in the very back here is one Phillips screw in the back of the ashtray holder here. And we're going to remove this one screw all the way to the back. We have a full library of car stereo removal guides at carstereohelp.com. You're welcome to look at the website. We do have do-it-yourself repairs as well and so on. Now we're going to use our 90-degree because there are two screws right here at the front of the ashtray assembly that we're going to have to get to here. And we're going to need our Phillips again. Boy, this car, for being 25 years old, has never been apart before. There we go. There's one screw that goes straight up, and one here on the left as well. And we mentioned aftermarket installation. This stereo presently in this car is not working. And we have checked the fuses out under the hood and so on. The backup fuse under the hood and the one here in the side kick panel said stereo on it, or radio, and both those fuses are good. Okay, but I have one tough one today. Good thing I can edit this. I think that was loose. There we go. That was a tough one to break loose. We've got all three screws released. That is going to allow us to pull this holder forward. We're going to twist the bulb here and release that. That is for the light for the ashtray assembly. And then what that does for us is there's a metal bracket on the back of the stereo that comes down and goes to two 8mm screws that are way back here in the back that go straight up. And this is what secures the stereo into its spot here. And we're going to put our 8mm socket on the end of our 90-degree and get down here underneath. And we have the two 8mm bolts I was just mentioning. One way back here. Again, these bolts go straight up. And what we're going to do is we're just going to loosen these bolts. That's one. And the second one is over to the right here. And we're going to loosen this one as well. Now what this does is, like I say, there's a mounting bracket on the back of the stereo, and this these screws don't have to be removed. If you remove them, you're going to lose them down into the dash. Now we've got them loose. We're going to grab the pocket and the stereo at the same time and pull them forward from the dash. Now you can see the two screws that I mentioned earlier here, down here on the bottom. These are the screws we just loosened that go straight up on that bracket. We're going to remove the screws now because we have better access to them and we won't lose them down in the dash as we loosen them. There's one. There's the other. Now we're going to pull the car stereo up out of the dash and pull it forward. It hasn't been out of the dash ever, I believe. we have the antenna on one side and the main wire harness, and the antenna is grasps the antenna cable, and it just pulls out on its own. The main connector has a trigger on it. Now this main connector, the trigger gets squeezed down and it'll release out of the back. Also on this car stereo we have 2 screws that attach to the pocket that go into little grooves on each side of the stereo in order to mount the pocket to the car stereo. Going double DIN is real easy in this. Single DIN, which we're going to do today, is going to require some tricks. But this is how you remove the stereo from a 1990 Honda Accord. Hope this video has been helpful, and thank you for watching.